So if you've been like me, one of the things that you've been waiting for, or you've been looking to see happen, is you've been waiting for some form of accountability to step in from the wings. You've been waiting either for Congress or the courts or literally anything to step up to stop this renegade regime. You've been looking for someone to step up and say, no, you can't put children in cages. That's not what this country is about. You've been looking for someone to step up and say, this country is actually supposed to be about us living our best values. It's supposed to be about people able to come together to pursue some sense of justice, some sense of righteousness. It's not about using religion as a cover to do evil. But if you're also like me, then you've found out that there is no one waiting in the wings to hold this president accountable. There's absolutely no one who's going to step in. There's no adult waiting in wing B just ready to step in and do something about it. What you might have awakened to, which is what I have also awakened to, is that it is up to us to hold this regime and this president accountable. There's no one else who's going to be able to do that. It is about the power of the people and about naming that and claiming that. I'm here to say also, and I think it's important, that religious leaders say something about this.
Come on now.
That Donald Trump also doesn't have a monopoly on religion.
Yeah.
And if you're like me, you've been really sickened to see God used as a prop, or the Bible used as a prop, or people's strongly held religious values twisted and turned to the service of evil. That's been kind of rough for me to look at, to be honest. I almost get emotional when we are talking about him holding a Bible as a prop in front of a church after tear gassing protesters. We have to say, and I think religious folks have to say, this doesn't represent our values. Absolutely. And I think it's also really important for people who don't have any sort of religious convictions, but do have ethical convictions, but do have some ethical framework that they're working on. People who aren't Christian like me, but who are perhaps Buddhist or Jewish or Muslim or any number of different faiths. Atheists, you got an ethical paradigm, thank you for that, but you've got an ethical paradigm, but you don't have a religion. Whatever that is, it's about coming together as a coalition and a network of people to say, this president and this regime does not represent us.
Yeah!
That this is something that we reject. That this evil is something that we are going to name. We reject it in the name of all that is holy and comes from many names, in the name of all that is good and is true. We have to dedicate ourselves to holding this president accountable, and that's not just at the ballot box, but that's here right now, and that's every day leading up to the ballot box, okay? So I hope that you'll be committed with me, and I want to pray just a second. I know not all of you are the praying kind, but just let me pray for a second, because I do think that when we put our feet to the pavement, when we bring our different ethical perspectives and religious perspectives and non-religious perspectives to this work, it makes the ground holy. It is important that we speak our values and we say that we are not okay with what this regime is doing. So let me pray just for a moment. Holy One, called by many names, we ask that you would pray, that you would bless this group of folks who are gathered here today to be a point of light, to lay claim to the principles of justice and truth and mercy and peace. May they be able to go out and hold fascist forces accountable. May they even perhaps tell Donald Trump to keep God's name out of his mouth. Amen.